going to make in your turn. That will give you a hint as to where your shape will end up after you're done with the rotations. Okay, last two generic examples. So rotations about the origin. So this is one type. So when you rotate a shape about an origin, so you have the string attached to the shape connected to the center of rotation, and you're rotating it however many degrees to its new location. This is a 90-degree counterclockwise rotation. So here's my original shape. Again, a right trapezoid. It's about the origin. This is the origin. We use our imaginary rope or string, and we rotate it in one 90-degree turn so that it ends up there. Okay, notice that the right trapezoid changes its dexterity based off of the amount of degrees it's rotating. So, for example, it looks like it's pointing to the right here. And after you do a 90-degree rotation, now it looks like it's pointing in this general direction, right? And if you were to use those two highlighted arrows, what would you have if you put them together? You'd have a 90-degree set of arrows, right? So I'm just trying to give you some visuals to help you with understanding the way that rotations work. So let's go ahead and take a look at a generic example of rotating a shape about a point. So now you pick a point on the shape, and now you're just going to turn the shape so that it's rotating 90 degrees counterclockwise. So now let's do this line by line. So this black line here, this black line is pointing straight up, right? If I want to make that into a 90-degree rotation, then I need to move it 90 degrees, rotating it 90 degrees counterclockwise, so a quarter turn to the left. So that means that black line is going to end up being here. That green line, okay, that green line, now that green line is rotating 90 degrees. So now you can kind of use this black line as a reference point. Okay, so if it was going in this direction here, a 90-degree rotation should put it in this direction here. Okay, so using that black line as a starting point, I'm just going to go 2 units up instead of to the right. And now I want to focus your attention on this red line. I think it's easier to use the lines that are on the grid to do the rotations first. It appears to be pointing to the right. So if it's pointing to the right here and I want to rotate it 90 degrees, it should then be pointing straight up after we rotate it 90 degrees. So that red line will end up being pointing straight up in that direction. Then it's easy, it's just connecting the two lines. So the new purple line will be rotated here. So that's taking the original shape here and rotating it 90 degrees counterclockwise so that its new shape is now here. So all we did was take the shape that seemed to be pointing in this direction, and all we did was we rotated it so that it now seems to be pointing in that direction. Okay? Okay, that'll be it for this section of notes. The next one will have actual examples of shapes and vertices.